Good day everyone, thank you for coming to the channel. Today I would like to showcase my Breath of the Dying Zeal. So this was an inspiration from Nathan, the Korean YouTuber, Diablo 2 YouTuber that I had watched. And yeah, I really thought it was fun and powerful, so I made one. And let me go ahead and showcase this tune and show you my items, my talents, and the whole shebang. So firstly, my weapon, Ghost Spear, Breath of the Dying. And on the video that Nathan did, he actually makes a Thunder Maul. And I do have a Thunder Maul with a 399 roll and a 15 enhanced damage base, so near perfect. But the problem is with Thunder Maul, you can only get up to 6 frames per second. And it is a little bit slower, I think, and it is much more powerful, but I think there are pros and cons, because Thunder Maul's range, I believe, is only 3, whereas Ghost Spear and Great Poleaxe, which are really, I think, nice weapon bases, are about 5. So, with this weapon speed, with the 60 increased attack speed, like, yeah, I'm be hitting at 5 frames per second. And another good thing about Breath of the Dying is that you don't really have to worry about mana leak as a melee. So that's really a good part. And then for my armor, I'm using a perfect fort in a 50 enhanced defense Archon plate base. And for my helm, I'm using a G face. And this is a G face with 15 hour res and 9 strength jewel in it. And High Lord. Yeah, like I need the increased attack speed and double strike, definitely a big helper. Lightning resist, oh yeah, we all need lightning resist, right? Especially those black souls. And for my boot, I'm using gore. I mean, what else, right? Especially if you're melee, the crushing blow is definitely what you need. And I'm using a dual raven here, since I don't need like mana leech, or this one handles all that. And for my belt, I'm using a 40-15 Dungo with Laying of the Hands. And for my charms, I'm using a Paladin combat charms. And yeah, I wish these two were lifers, but just using whatever I have, whatever I find or my bot finds. So this is the combination of stuff I have. And then these are my charms here. And I guess I kind of threw on whatever that was kind of leftover-ish, plus kind of getting more res, because I'm not resed out. And then my Annie, which is definitely on the good side, with my torch. And for my stats, yeah, as I have mentioned, I'm not maxed out in red. So but first for strength, oh, on the offense, sorry to say, yeah, here's my CTA and my spirit. And on this one, yeah, I'm not using the godly, the holy shield, because I don't have a shield, right? So I'm not using the godly holy shield like CTA here. And if you see, like, when I swap, like, I lose the capability to wear all these. But if you look at it though, thank God, my talents, like, yeah, it doesn't, it changes, but it goes up when I swap, right? So when I'm in my melee, I'm at 33 here, and when I swap, I'm 3 higher. So although I'm losing all these, like, I'm getting more plus skill. It's because of this and this, right? And yeah, so going back with my attributes here. So as you can see, because of this, like, I didn't put a lot into strength. I believe, and to be honest, I don't even remember almost. But one thing, like, you gotta look at your weapon base, because look at it here, Ghost Spear. So he has range is faster, but in return the requirements are different, because Thunder Maul, I believe, is like 196 strength and no dex requirement. And it makes sense, because it's a hard hitting heavy weapon, whereas Ghost Spear is kind of faster, so the damage is lower, but it has more range and it's faster. And as a result, requirements are different. It requires 121 dex, which actually is quite high. So by using dual raven, it helps, like 40 dex that I'm getting from there. And then so, like, if I remember correctly, like, I put in points to try to, like, make sure, like, I get I hit the minimum requirement to vertical spear. Because if I do that, I get 30 all, and then boom, you know, everything else kind of comes into place. So yeah, play with your stats. Make sure you know you're not wasting stats, I would say, and you're not like over putting into anything. And after I met all those requirements, I put rest into it. And right now, as you can see, you know, if I, yeah, so you know, I call them poison res, two more neglected ones. I would like my poison higher because when I get poisoned and when it goes down fast, I don't like that. But whatever, this is what I have. This is what I'm dealing with. And for my talents, I think it's pretty simple and easy cookie cutter. But so to show, so I maxed out these two. Obviously, Zeal is my main attack, and this is the synergy for that. And I only put one up to charge because that's my mobility. If you guys have seen my other videos with my other paladins who don't use, you know, Enigma, this is my mobility charge. And then on the offensive aura, I maxed out Blessing because this increases my attack rating, which I definitely need. And I maxed out Fanaticism since this would be the main aura that I'll have. And on the defensive, first I put one into Redemption, you know, and that's mainly because like after these, this, and this, like, so those are like what, 4 maxed out, so that's 20 each, 80, right? Then I have like quite a lot of points left, and the build itself is complete. So, you know, then I figure like what would benefit me more, right? Then, you know, in the Naton's build too, he has this as well, but he kind of puts more into like charge to increase his charge damage. But for me, like, I just decided to, you know, put him more into vigor. And I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna be here anyways, then just 1 point here, just why not, right? I mean, sometimes it could help if I have nothing to leech. You know, if there are a lot of corpse, then, you know, I'm low, like, I could just heal myself. So 1 into here, and then I'm putting into vigor as I level. And for my mercenary, yeah, my Reaper's Toll mercenary, but this is slightly different. And that is because with my Fanaticism, he's gonna be fast. He's gonna be at 4 frames per second. I don't even need to check. But that's why, like, you know, I don't need the increased enhanced damage and increased attack speed draw, unlike my other Reaper's Toll, you know, set. So here, if you see, I put a burr run, and that's for the 20% crushing blow. So that should be more offensive oriented to, you know, kind of kill the mouse faster. Maybe Onru would have been okay too, but, you know, I think burr is better. Crushing blow I think is better. So, and same thing here. I don't need increased attack speed here. So I put a charm rune so that my, you know, mercenary cannot be charmed or cannot be frozen, which I would think would be the next most useful thing to, you know, take advantage of. And then instead of having treachery, now I don't need it. So putting, you know, this random e-buck fort. So before we start, let's go ahead and look at the calculator real quick too. Let's go with the mercenary that I just went over. So that on a thrasher, and yeah, no increased attack speed, but fanaticism wise, he'll be getting like 25. So, maybe, yeah, maybe I had a little miscalculated here. So I think, yeah, I had a treachery on and I put it away. But I'm just kind of seeing what would be the minimum increase attack speed needed to, yeah, so 40. Interesting. So treachery gives you 45 increase attack speed, I believe. So if I took off the e-buck fort and put on treachery, yeah, this will probably go down to 3k. Even less than that possibly. I mean, let's see. Yeah, 24. But, you know, I guess. So right now without it, I guess I'm at 5 frames with my mercenary. And here, let's test that. What if I put a shell rune in here? Okay, yeah, then what about just 15? Okay, still 4.5. So I could put like an enhanced damage draw, you know, and make him a little bit faster. Okay, what if I put enhanced damage on the helm? Okay, then what about here? No. But Maybe I might change that after this, but for now, that's the mercenary. Let's go check my paladin. So goes to spear. Where are you? G. I know my alphabets, my third language of English. Okay, goes spear, and I have 60. Okay, and my main weapon is gonna be Zeal. Now I have some increased attack speed, right? 20. And that's it. So what? That should be 40. Now let's put my Fanaticism into this. About 25. So yeah, 5 frames maxed out. So this would be, you know, what I'll be going for. And so yeah, right now I have a cow, and I have my other tune to help me teleport around to do the Diablo and Veil. So let me get started. Kind of, yeah, kind of weird feeling because like, you know, you don't holy shield as a paladin, because I think you guys would agree, like almost every paladin build, I think, at least almost every paladin I have are mostly, you know, holy shielded. So to not holy shield, for me it's only this tune for paladin. It is kind of funny feeling sometimes. You're like, hey, look at his weapon, right? He's not wearing a shield, so there's nothing I can do about that. Oh, okay, so yeah. And I guess one thing I don't like about melee on Paladin is that, you know, on the left-hand side, no, I'm sorry, on the right-hand side, usually you're gonna have an aura, which only limits you to be able to use a left click to attack. And I'm sure you guys can hear my mouse click in the background. Click, 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 you know, like, so that's one thing I don't like, because, you know, as you guys should know, on my melee, like, I like to right click and just drag it around like a science vessel in, you know, StarCraft Brew Wars. And you know, I can't do that with a lot of my paladins. So that's one thing I do not like about paladins. So, but overall, this, you know, build and itemization and talents with this setup, yeah, I think it's very powerful. And one thing, like, you know, so I'm hitting at 5 frames per second. It's pretty fast, I think, because I tried the Thundermaw, like, just like, you know, Nathan had, you know, suggested on his video, but yeah, I wasn't digging it, you know. And I tried with Ghost Spear, and another one is actually Great Poleaxe. Great Poleaxe is the same line as Ghost Spear, and it's very, like, you know, very good replacement. And another thing, you know, for me, like, I think you gotta consider is also the visual pleasure. Like, you know, is it fun playing your character, like when you're looking at the team, right? I think, you know, when you look at a lot of female characters on like MMO, like WoW, I know, like, a lot of people, a lot of guys don't play a guy character. They play a female too. And I had a mix. I had a mix of male and female tunes on my WoW show. And, you know, so I think it's the visual pleasure has a lot to do with it, you know. And that's why, once again, Diablo 2 being such an old game, you know, there is no transmog here. And, you know, that's one thing that I really don't like. And also, you know, because of the lack of Enigma, form of mercenary control would be in a form of a charge. So I would charge really fast to, like, lure my mercenary to move fast with me. But that's about it. Whereas, you know, with Enigma or teleport, right, it would be so much easier. I mean, you know, I said it on my other video too, where, like, you know, especially with the Reaper's Toll set, if you had a, like, teleport to it as a melee, I mean, that's just the most ideal. There's nothing, you know, more about it, you know? You just teleport, and you just teleport into a melee pack as like a barbarian, my frenzy barbarian. And I fear nothing because my mercenary is with me, and I know, like, you know, the Decrify is gonna proc right away, most likely, and I'll be just raping, you know, shit down. So, but like when you don't have that teleport, right, it's literally like, oh, like, you know, especially like my Fury Druid, you know, because Fury Druid is just that funny too. You can't teleport while you're, you know, in your shapeshift form. So, like, you know, I kind of ponder about it. Should I just still get an Enigma on a shapeshift druid? So, okay, 45 faster run walk, that'll be helpful. plus skill. 2 skill actually on a shapeshift druid will be helpful because, you know, your lycanthropy and the werewolf form, or you know, all that is plus skill based, and your fury, your attack is also plus skill based. So yeah, +2 from Enigma, faster run walk, 8% damage reduction is okay, sure. So, and I guess if you have it, like, you know, you can form out, get out of your form, and then just, you know, teleport around as necessary. Versus a Fortitude, which, you know, as you guys know, is more offensive item. You see right now, see my mercenary is lagging behind me. Whereas if I had Enigma, right, he'll be right here fighting with me. And that could be a big difference, because if that thing procs right, you guys know it slows the target, and the target receives more damage. So, ooh, not War Scepter, isn't this like that weird kind of rare thing? Let me see if it... I think my bot has caught this cube a few times. Oh no, it's not this one. Anyways, so... But overall, besides that, I do enjoy this tool a lot. The reach, the extra reach with Ghost Spear, I think is helpful. And especially with the speed. Like, I can't deal with 6 frames per second. I just can't. And it's my personal preference. This, you know, I mean, you can try with the Thunder Maul, you know. I'll go ahead and make a link to Naton's original video where he used a Thunder Maul. And if you're Korean, or maybe you can turn the caption on, but you know, he talks about it in his gameplay too. After he finished building the tournament, he talks about how, you know, it's unfortunate that the speed is only 6. But the damage is, I mean, you know, it's really nice, you know, and you're using like this big Thunder Maul, right? Huge damage, you know, it's like, yeah, it makes you feel strong, it makes you feel like a Viking. So anyways, let me go ahead and move around. So, although like I don't have Enigma, as you see, since I charge over, ooh, it's carrying a breastplate. I'm gonna pick that up and check it out. If it's just, wait, how many sockets would it get if I socket this? Because I'm always looking for 3 sockets. I don't know, I'm always looking for treachery base. Because sometimes I get there, it's, oh shit, I wish I had another, I need another treachery. It's like, oh man. I always look at those, you know, just to see if it's a 3 socket, or if I socket, how many I get. And that's my entrance, so that's it. But as you see, even without the, you know, the teleport, like it's not too slow. Okay, now let me go ahead and make a portal for myself. I'll be back. Okay, and it's gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be pretty bad. Oh no, yeah, okay, there we go. It was kind of a lot of mobs. Okay, ooh, no way. Oh, and for my buttons too, like, yeah, once I clear something, guys, like, am I kind of stuck? Like, I'm not leeching, I feel like. What's going on here? Oh, that's why. Oh my god. I was in my CTA form trying to whack things with my CTA. Of course, I feel like I'm not killing anything and standing there. Oh, cryptic axe? Okay, here, let me do this. And let me go ahead and make it like this, so that's my indicator. If you see, I put Z and an A here, and then X, yeah, X and an S. So Z and an X would be my melee form. So if I need to attack, I just press these 2, and then boom, all my things are set to attack, kind of. And if I need to charge and move around, I just, you know, S, you know, A and S, and then it changes that, and all you gotta do is just shift click. You shift click on the ground and it's gonna charge. And you know, you'll be charging to, like, I guess, emptiness, you know, like that. So, you know, it will just run. I mean, it takes mana. It does use quite a bit of mana. Ooh, wow. That was scary. Let me see. Oh. Wow, I had to pop twice. That was kind of... And my glove is kind of... Ooh, can I use that? And there were like 3 elite packs though, with all these different like things. That's my excuse that I had to pot twice. I don't like to pot if I don't have to. And I like the build to be self-sustainable, you know? Because, yeah, no need to pot if I don't have to, but yeah, if not, I would have died there, so. Oh, else, you know, although on a single player, decked out too, and it still happens. I guess it's not decked out enough, maybe. Or maybe this build isn't strong enough. But regardless, let's continue. So now let me run, and I'll repair my glove later. It should be okay. So if you see, like, I don't know, like, it's not fast, but it's not slow either. And I do enjoy like how, like, you know, the guy like just pokes at it, kind of like, you know, pierces at it. Like if you look at, like, you know, like ancient Asia, like, you know, fighting terms like Romance of Three Kingdoms, like, you know, certain generals use like a certain weapon type, has certain shapes and whatnot. So this is like, what, if you look at it, it's like triangular. You see that? You see that graphics on the tips? So that's why if you look at it here too, it kind of looks like a fork, you know. In Korean, we would call it samjichang, like three pokes, I guess, you know. And like, to be honest, I don't like the gold spear graphics. I think it looks stupid. So that's why sometimes, you know, I use Great Poleaxe, or I try this with Great Poleaxe. And, you know, with see, this one is like, see, this is a pokey graphic, right? With Great Poleaxe, he swings like a Thundermaul. On the Thundermaul, he swings. So I guess that's another thing that kind of goes back to what I mentioned earlier, like, you know, preference with, like, you know, certain things. And yeah, like, if you don't like seeing your toon poking at things like this, then that might actually be something you'll consider. So if you, so let's say you don't want this pokey graphic, so you want the swing graphic, but you don't want the 6 frames and still do decent damage, well, you know, Great Poleaxe would be your best friend for that. And thankfully I have one. It's on my territory right now, but sometimes I swap around and just use that because it's more fun. I feel that way too. But you know, I mean, right now I'm using the gold spear here. It's kind of laying around too, but yeah, I have like too many weapon options. I have too many weapons laying around. So it's like when I see it laying around, it's like, oh my god, like I gotta put it to use somehow, you know? I gotta make a new toon. And then I realize, oh my god, I'm missing like 70% of the items to complete that toon, but because I have 20% of it, I should spend money to, or, you know, try to like complete the toon, you know? It's like, kind of doesn't make sense, right? But anyways, you know, we humans, you know, we have our, I guess, ego and our greed that makes us stupid, makes us do stupid things. And if you look at the human history, and if everyone did the most rational things that they should have, I mean, we wouldn't be here. I mean, you know, if Thomas Edison wasn't so low to hate Tesla as he did, I mean, we should have flying cars right now. So, but anyways, let me just go repair this right now real quick. I don't know, I just... Okay.
What do you need?
Yeah. This now, I'll use a rune on that. Yeah, oh my god, Jesus. Oh no, let's do this. So now, let me go back. Oh yeah. Okay, look at that. So as you can see, you know, I have a 50% crushing blow right now. Ooh, destroy. Let's check that out. Could be maybe like a crazy 6 bow or something. 5. Ooh, 2 socket. Ah, 2 socket, but the rest. 39 life is very solid. The lightning resist. Oh yeah, but the rest on the top. If you had like 2 barbarian with like 3 bow. Or, you know, any other like, I mean, any other like 2 barbarian and like something would have been really nice. But anyways, let me just go ahead and buy some stuff here. And see, you guys see that there's a lag on the server still. I don't know if it's my computer, but I don't think it's my computer because nothing else lagged. No other games lag, just Diablo 2. Anyways, let me go ahead and open myself a portal again. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. Let me go ahead and enter. Okay, let me clear the room. Be ready. And I think, you know, with Zeal, you know, I think there are a lot of options. You know, Zeal is also a very good PvP build. And like, I believe I have showcased my other Zeal with Stormlasher. So, you know, I think if you just change like the weapon base, it could, you know, you could play with it. You know, you can play around and like make your own toon again. Just like Dream Dean. You know, I always raved about how versatile Dream Deans are. And I think Zeal too. I think maybe Paladins in general, you know? Like their current build and how they are, like they're just, I feel like they're versatile. You can do a lot of things with them. Just change a few things and they become like completely brand new class almost, a brand new build, you know? Very versatile. Or like, I mean with Dream, you know, just change a few things and it's still Dream, but it's different kind of Dream, you know? Which I have showcased in my other videos. So yeah, I really like Paladin. Just, they're one of the most expensive classes to build because if you need Peacon, you know, Paladin combat charms, alright, it's gonna cost you. And that's because, right, Hammerdin is Peacon, so everyone has a Hammerdin. And Paladin torches are always more expensive than other torches. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna build another one. I am kind of debating if I want another Frenzy Barbarian or not. But Frenzy Barbarian that's using the Phase Blade, Grief Phase Blade all the time. Because the one I have is using the Grief Colossus Blade with the Faith Mercenary. But I showcase both, one with the Grief and one with the Colossus Blade. And I guess, yeah, I just need to make two separate barbarians on that. I want to have two, I guess, in a way. Like, I want to be able to play both at the same time, almost. Because, yeah, it's different when you're using Colossus Blade with a Faith Mercenary versus Phase Blade, Grief, with the Reaper's Toll Mercenary. Because again, it's the Reaper's Toll. I love Reaper's Toll, you know, the benefit that it gives you. So, yeah, ooh, wow, that must be fun. I guess one challenge with this is bringing a mercenary over. Oh, what the? See, that was the lag. Like, I saw him on the other side, but actually he had come over. Man, I Blizzard. And because of the Resurrected coming out, like, they're doing something to the server, and like, you know, they're just doing things off. Oh my god. And that's one of the inconveniences with Baal as a melee. But if you see, because of the, you know, the crushing blow I have too, and the 3 decently high damage, I'm at 22. You know, it's not too slow at all. Except this time Baal just moved around too much. Alright, so that was the run, that was the kill. Yeah, so like I said, you know, there are other variations and other ways to interpret the Zeal. So hopefully, you know, this maybe, you know, kind of give you like a base to kind of work off of. And yeah, if you have any questions or any ideas, please let me know. Thank you very much, and have a good one.